So isn't it the parents and carers' responsibility to ensure that their child isn't obese, not the government?
Of course, look, parents, carers, of course we're there to look after and love our children, but how much do parents, including myself, see their children? They're at school 190 days of the year, 10 hours a day, they're in the high street playing with their friends, and the whole point of this strategy is that we want parents to be the best parents in the world. But when they're not in the home, of course, we want the high streets to be safer. We don't want them, marketed to with junk food on their iPads and their phones and their games. We don't want our Olympic events and biggest sporting events owned by sugar, fat and salt. It's not right. When we had the Olympics here 10 years ago, what did they learn? 26,000 journalists. What did they learn about Britain? They learned about Coke and McDonald's. I mean, that's the best that we could do. So look, this is a time for change. The graph of ill health is very clear. And it's very binary. You can't fluff those numbers. And it equals, if you talk, I ain't that clever, right? Honestly, if you go and talk to an economist and say, is that good for UK PLC? No. Is it good for productivity and innovation? No. Is it good morally? No. So, at the heart of child health and doing the right thing, and most importantly, having a strategy, not singular things, it's about our young people thriving. It's about, the levelling up gap is about the theory that any kid can do anything in this country. Like, if you put your work in, if you graft, theoretically, the sky's the limit, but that's not true. It's not true. If you come from a poor neighbourhood, you are structurally kept there. And I've seen it with I've seen it from the moment I started 17 years ago, where a lot of our young people, came from prison, homeless. I've seen what hopeless looks like. When I did the school dinners campaign 15 years ago, which is where we had more legal standards for dog food and we had none for kids' food 190 days of the year, guess who was pepping up then? Guess who gave me grief then? The only minister, Boris Johnson. And he was shut up in 24 hours because he was an unimportant minister at the time. This man hasn't had a precedent of caring about people, whether they're vulnerable or not, poor or not. So, I was hoping that his near scrape with death and his recent fatherhood might inspire him to feel this differently.